Hey guys, Evernight4 here with another action figure review. This time we're taking a look at the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Trunks action figure that just came out by Bandai Tamashii Nations. Of course, this is a non-exclusive, seeing that the packaging is just like Beerus and just like Awakening Warrior Goku. This is the non-exclusive packaging, and I really do like how it looks. This is something that was announced, and it really caught me off guard, this figure. I didn't think they would make a Trunks like this. I know Jax still did that knockoff head or whatever to fit on a regular body, but this is cool that they officially released a Trunks like this. Didn't expect it at all. He does come with a normal head too. We'll see all that once we open it up, and it's the all new sculpt and everything. So they went all brand new with this. Pretty cool on Bandai or on Tamashii Nation's part. But the front package is right there. Here's the side. Got some pics. There's the non Super Saiyan head. Very cool. And in the back, we have more poses of the figure, and then here's the other side. So let's crack Trunks out the package and see how he looks. And before I start this review, I just want to give a big shout out to agelessgeeks.com, where I do recommend you go get your figures from your SH Figuarts. This is where I order my SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figures from, and people always ask me where I get them from in the comments, and I keep telling you it's agelessgeeks.com. So you could use the website or you could use the Facebook page. I use the Facebook page because you can get in contact with the owner directly. And there we have Super Saiyan Trunks out of the package, and he looks very cool. This is a very cool update, I guess, to the sculpt of the Saiyan armor or the Vegeta armor or whatever you want to call it. It's very different from what we've seen, and it's all mainly in the torso and lower torso of the sculpt, like the groin area. Leg-wise, it is a new sculpt, and the arms are pretty much what we're familiar with already. I also feel like the ankles are new, and I'll show you that in a second. But let's start this off with the accessories of the figure, and he comes with an alternate head, of course, as we saw in the packaging. But here is the normal power down Trunks. This is the long version of his hair that's tied up on the back. Very cool that they did this. I never expected them to release this figure, mainly because, I don't know, I thought they would focus more on other new characters, and I didn't think this would happen. We also got a Jax head of this too, and you know, ironically, I don't know, maybe they saw that and it inspired them to make a real one to show them how it's really done or something. Although the Jax one was not tied on the back. It was long, but it wasn't tied. But nonetheless, I'm happy that it got released officially. This is very cool. And I like how it all came out. Like the hair tie is white, and you can see the knot right there. We got this soft rubber for the front piece of the hair. And you can take this apart so you can put another face. But here's the thing, there are no other faces that will match this because they're all Super Saiyan faces. You can see the eyebrows. There's no more Trunks faces. At least they still give you the ability to take it apart and, you know, put another face in it, even though there's not really an alternate face that comes with it. You also do get some crossed arms, and we haven't seen this for a little bit. I think Vegeta might have been the last one that we saw crossed arms with. I might be mistaken though, but that's always cool to have those. And then two Super Saiyan alternate faces. We have a screaming face over here and like a grinning face there. And then we have alternate hands, include open hands like blasting hands, and then we have these open hands right here that are a little bit different, like almost to grab something. And then we have the fist on the figure, of course, and we got the face that is on the figure that is looking to the side. So there's not really a neutral face that looks forward for the Super Saiyan one. It's just this one that looks to the side. And of course, looking at the Super Saiyan here, this is his base Super Saiyan, which is not ascended. If you ever saw the bulky Trunks with the big muscles and the big spiky hair, that's the ascended Super Saiyan Trunks, which is not tied on the back. But here's, you know, here we have this version with it tied on the back. Taking a closer look at the hair sculpt here, you can see it very nicely sculpted. We have the hair tie, tying the hair in the back, got the knot there. We got a little bit of shading on the front. And that's how he looks with his purple hair on, or his powered down stage. And I think that looks just very nice. I love how that looks. Came out really nice. Looks good powered down. I might have to get multiple, you know, of this figure to display him differently, because that's just the way I am. I'm crazy. Gotta have one Super Saiyan and one powered down. But that came out really nice. I like how that looks. Alright, time to check out the articulation of this figure. We have the head on a ball jointed hinge that we're all familiar with, so left and right, up and down. So all that movement is good. The neck moves slightly. You can see that there's some area of movement for the neck, but not a lot. Going on to the newer articulation here, let's take a look at how this looks. So forward and back on the arm, which we're all familiar with. Upper bicep swivel, we got a double jointed elbow, and then the wrist swivels, and it does hinge as well. But then when we look at the shoulder, this is kind of new. It does come out this way, and you see how that works. It goes inside the body, but that is a new piece of articulation there. So that could be used for grabbing or a blasting pose. Then going on to the torso, we have a diaphragm joint that this is new when it comes to Dragon Ball Z Figuarts. We're not really used to seeing diaphragm joints on their figures, but you can see you can move it back, and it gets to the point where it gets a little bit too much. You see a big gap, it looks nasty, it doesn't look good. But it does crunch forward like this, but then there's a huge gap on the back, so that looks kind of ugly. I don't like how that looks. I see what they're trying here. You can pose them like this and have, you can look at them from the front and you don't see anything, but once you do that, you got that big gap. You got to kind of rest it down and then get it back to normal there. It does swivel there as well, but that does look weird when you articulate it. If you look at it from an angle that you shouldn't, I guess, does look weird. We do still have a waist swivel. Then we're looking at the groin area. You can see it looks very different. People are calling this like the jock strap joint. Looks, I don't know, you guess you can say it looks like a jock strap. It looks okay. It does look kind of weird with all the lines and all the pieces there. See, it moves forward just like that, so you see how that works. In and out. Once you do the in and out, you can see that piece right there. So all this is brand new. We're not used to this. Upper thigh swivel on the leg too. So not bad. I mean, I guess there's some good range of motion there, and it goes forward just fine. You don't have to drop down the leg like we used to. So that's I guess that's why this is being used right now, to see if it'll work. We have a double jointed knee right there. We don't have a boot cut, but we do have the ankles going forward and back, ankle pivot, ankle rocker, and swivel. So the ankle articulation is different. You can actually pull it down now, so I can pull it down. You can see a big peg there, and you can have more range of motion once you pull it down, but all you gotta do is push it back up, and it's back to normal. So that's different. I don't remember seeing that on any of the other figures. We do have toe articulation there. I like how they sculpted those toes. Very nicely done. Overall, that is all the articulation. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys the figure with the crossed arms. I think he looks phenomenal with the crossed arms. It fits in perfectly. It looks natural. It doesn't look wacky. It doesn't look like it's not supposed to be there, or nothing looks, abnormal. I think it looks very nicely, executed. Everything fits in perfect. Alright guys, that concludes my review on the Super Saiyan Trunks SH Figuarts by Bandai Tamashii Nations. My feelings about the sculpt, it's a nice fresh new take or update to what we had. I don't mind having the older one being reused as much as it did, because that is the Saiyan armor, that is the whatever. But the articulation wise, I don't know, I might prefer the original one better, just because what I found out trying to pose Trunks right here is that, and this might be only my figure, who knows, but when I try to spread this one out, it kind of jumps back in. You see how that kind of jumps back in, so it's kind of annoying. It might be my, see that? It might be my figure, so I don't really want to blame it. But overall, it doesn't bother me that much, this whole look, or jockstrap look, whatever people want to call it. People are calling the upper torso like a bra look, whatever, man. I don't know. It doesn't look too bad in my opinion. I think it looks fine to me, and I don't really mind it as much as other people do. So for me, it's okay. I don't mind if they use this mold or the older one. Alright, and I'm going to conclude this video with a comparison with the original Sculpt. This is the premium color edition Vegeta, but it is the same sculpt as all the other Vegetas or whatever, with the Saiyan armor, and you can see the difference there, and I think it looks a lot more cleaner on the original one, because it doesn't have all these pieces in the groin area or the crotch area, and then the diaphragm joint, of course, it makes it look very different. I don't know why they didn't detail the outline of it like they did here. You can see they outlined each piece of the armor, and here they didn't. So I mean, they could have added that, I think. But I do like the original one better. It does look cleaner. The new one is not bad at all. it's pretty cool that they tried something new and changed it up, because people, do complain about, oh, it's the same sculpt, reuse the same, same everything, but then when you get something new, people are complaining because it's, it's not like the original, so it can't really make people happy. But I do like them both. I do enjoy both sculpts, but if I had to pick one, it'd be the original one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You guys will like. You guys have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.